I felt kind of discouraged in my walk with God. And one thing that I watched that you made recently was it was like gays against groomers or something like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I was thinking like that when you made that video, it made me think about like what is the basis or what is the foundation of justice? What sort of worldview can accommodate for a stable foundation for justice besides just personal opinion? And like I believe that it's deeply rooted in who God is, and like uh there may be some things that we disagree on, like us and some other people, but if we're ultimately fighting for something that is pleasing to God,
Yeah.
then we can work together. But at the same time, there's always room for having conversations, even while we're working together for a common cause.
Yes, dude, and that's to me, that's the key. That's the key because you'll get these extreme religious, any religion, not to pick on Christians, but Christians specifically, it seems like, and it's probably just because they're the most dominant religion. But you'll get the ones who are extremely religious and who won't work with in that case, homosexuals who are very much against what's happening to kids. But on the other hand, they have no problem doing nonprofit work with people who are cheating on their spouse, people who are physically or mentally abusing to their kids. So it's like they have this line with homosexuals because socially within Christianity, it's been so demonized. But
Hmm.
as far as sin goes, say you have a male within the church who sexually abuses his daughter. How is that any different? In
Yeah.
my opinion, it's worse because you have somebody who claims to be a follower of Christ, somebody who is actively working in the church, somebody who's actively involved in this community of people who all live under the same principle, guidelines, ethics, morals, and they are still doing the same thing that the homosexuals are fighting against. So like it's where do you
Right.
draw that line? And that was honestly, it was meant to be a contentious post. It was meant to like kind of get people to talk and voice their opinion
Yeah.
because drawing that line is very important. And then getting to the key, which you figured out, which honestly not a lot of people pointed out. I got tons of DMs about it and only a few people had pointed it out, but that's like the key. The key is then while you're working with these people, you have a chance to minister to these people. And that's the part that I think the heavily religious people are missing. They refuse
Yeah.
to do ministry with sinners, even though the reality is your church is full of sinners and you have no problem doing ministry with them. But they
Yeah.
technically already found Christ, but you won't go out and minister with people who genuinely need him. And there's something in them that is under God's morals, anyways, because you have these homosexuals who are saying what is happening to kids in society is absolutely disgusting. That's a
Yeah.
godly moral. So these are
Yeah.
people who
Mhm.
are lost, sure, in their sexuality from the Christian perspective, but they're people who are open to at least that there is an objective morality with kids. And if they're open to that, then they're open to other things. It's just a matter of like being in community, being in relationship, being in conversation with them. And I think that's something that we
Right.
miss largely, and you're missing out on huge ministry opportunities. It's part of the whole church system that has bugged me for a very long time. They all stay
Mhm.
insulated in their little silo, and then you're
Mhm.
not reaching anybody. You're just demonizing everybody. And the reality is, you guys aren't any better. Your sins are
Mhm.
just different, and you're willing to
Right.
acknowledge them. That's good on you for seeing that, because that was kind of the
Yeah.
whole point of why I did that.
I honestly haven't taken much time to pray about like that sort of thing, like how our kids are being pumped with sexualized messages.